with another chapter. Dear children, there are two ways of running a government. One is tyranny. In this, the power is concentrated in the hands of a leader or a king. On the other hand, the other one is a democracy. In this, the power is delegated of different levels. We do not need to tell you this, but of course, the latter is better. So, what is power sharing? Now, before you understand why is power sharing so important, let us learn what is power sharing and what are the forms of power sharing. So, let's find out more about power sharing. Today, we will continue with political life of class 10 and the chapter which we will discuss is power sharing. Let us move on to the topic. Dear children, power sharing means the distribution of power among the organs of the government such as the legislature, executive and judiciary. The children, power sharing helps in achieving the stability of political order. In power sharing, power might even be shared at distinct levels such as union, state and local. So, in class 9, you have studied that in a democracy, all power does not rest with any one organ of the government. An intelligent sharing of power among the legislature, executive, and the judiciary is very important for the design of democracy. In this chapter, the idea of power sharing is explained in detail and drawing parallels between the stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka. Also, you will learn the different forms of power sharing. Today's our topic, power sharing. To children, in a modern democracy, power sharing arrangements can take many forms. It's like horizontal and federal government. Dear children, horizontal distribution of power, the power is shared among different arrangements of government such as the legislature, executive and judiciary. This type of power sharing is prevalent in India. And when it comes to federal government, in this the power can be shared among government at different levels. This type of power sharing is prevalent in the USA. The children, power sharing among different social groups can be shared among social groups such as linguistic and religious groups. For instance, community government in Belgium. Other types of power sharing is also seen in political parties, pressure groups and movements control or influence those in power. Dear children, here some terms we need to know before start this. One of that, majoritation. It is believed that the majority community should be able to rule a country in whichever way it wants. The other one, community government. Community type of government which is elected by people belonging to one language community is called community government. Let us come to prudential. It involves design making based on prudence or an careful calculation of gains of classes. Then checks and balances in other type. In this type of system, each organ of the government checks the others which result in a balance of power among the various institutions. The other one, reserved constituencies. In this, the constituencies are reserved in the assemblies and the parliament for minorities in order to give them a fair share of power. Dear children, coalition government, the other one, when the alliance of two or more parties get elected and forms a government, it is known as the coalition government. Dear children, with this chapter, we resume the tour of democracy that we started last year. But an intelligent sharing of power among a legislature, executive, and judiciary is very important to the design of a democracy. But if we start with two stories from Belgium and Sri Lanka. Both these stories are about how democracies handle demands for power sharing. Let us discuss about Belgium. Belgium is a small country in Europe. It has borders with Netherlands, France, and Germany. 59% in the Flemish region speaks Dutch. Another 40% people live in Wallonia region and speaks French. Remaining 1% of the Belgians speak German. Dear children, Belgium is a small country in Europe with a population of over 1 crore, about half of the population of Haryana. Of the country's total population, 59% speaks Dutch language and 40% of people speak French and the remaining 1% speak German. Look at the map below. Dear children, this map shows us these things in detail. Dear children, variation of languages in Belgium, it is different. The minority French speaking community was rich and powerful. So, they got the benefit of economic development and education. This created tension between the Dutch speaking and French speaking communities during the 1950s and 1960s. Let us discuss about accommodation in Belgium. Belgium recognized the existence of regional differences and cultural diversities. Between 1970 and 1993, they amended their constitution 4 times so as to work out an arrangement that would enable everyone to live together within the same country. Dear children, in Belgium, the government handled the community differences very well. Between 1970s and 1993, Belgium leaders amended their constitution 4 times and came up with a new model to run the government. Here, some elements, it is very important, the model of Belgium. The constitution prescribes that the number of Dutch and French speaking ministers shall be equal in the central government. And some special laws requires the support of the majority of members from each linguistic group. Then, no single community can make decisions alternate another way. And the state governments are the subordinate to the central government. Brussels has a separate government in which both communities have equal representation. Apart from the central and the state government, there is a third kind of government. The country's government is elected by people belonging to the one language community, Dutch, French and German speaking, no matter where they live. This government has the power and regarding cultural, educational and language related issues. The Belgium model was very complicated, but it helped to avoid civic strife between the two major communities. Let us discuss about Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has a diverse population. The major social groups are the Sinhala speakers 74% and the Tamil speakers 18%. Among Tamils, there are two subgroups, Sri Lankan Tamils and Indian Tamils. Dear children, now let's take the situation of another country, Sri Lanka. It is an island nation having a population of 2 crores, about the same as Haryana. Dear children, Sri Lanka has a diverse population. The major social group are the Sinhala speakers 74% and the Tamil speakers 18%. Among Tamils, there are two more subgroups, Sri Lankan Tamils and Indian Tamils. You can see this in map. Dear children, to know the population distribution in communities of Sri Lanka, the Shimhala community enjoyed the bigger majority and imposed its will on the entire country. Let us discuss about majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan emerged as an independent country in 1948. The leaders of the Sinhala community sought to secure dominance over the government by virtue of their majority. Their children, Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country in 1948. The Sinhala community was in the majority, so they had formed the government. They also followed preferential policies that favored Sinhala applicants to university positions and government jobs. These measures taken by the government gradually increased the feeling of alienation among the Sri Lankan Tamils. And Sri Lankan Tamils felt that constitution and government policies denied them equal political rights and discriminated against them in getting jobs and other opportunities and ignored their interests. Dear children, due to this, the relationship between the Sinhala and Tamil communities become poor. Then Sri Lankan Tamils launched parties and struggles for the recognition of Tamil as an official language for regional autonomy and equality of opportunities in securing education and jobs. But their demand was repeatedly denied by the government. The distrust between the two communities turned into widespread conflicts and turned into a civil war. As a result, thousands of people of both the communities have been killed. Many families were forced to leave the country as refugees and many more lost their livelihoods. Dear children, the civil war ended in 2009 and caused a terrible setback to the social, cultural and economic life of the country. Dear children, let us discuss about still what have we learned from the stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka. Both countries are democrats, but they deal differently with the concept of power sharing. In Belgium, the leaders have realized that the unity of the country is possible only by respecting the feelings and interests of different communities and regions. This resulted in mutually acceptable arrangements for sharing power. Then when it comes to Sri Lanka, it shows that if a majority community wants to force its dominance over the others and results to share power, it can undermine the unity of the country. Now, the question arises, why is power sharing desirable? Let us discuss about that. A democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise and who have to live with the effects. Dear children, power sharing is good because it helps to reduce the possibility of conflicts between social groups. The second reason is that a democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise and who have to live with its effect. People have a right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. Dear children, let us call the first set of regions prudential and the second moral. The prudential regions stress that power sharing will bring out better outcomes, whereas the moral reasons emphasizes the act of power sharing as valuable. Dear children, let us discuss about forms of power sharing. In modern democracies, power sharing can take many forms. Power is shared among different organs of government such as the legislature, executive and judiciary. Dear children, most of us must think that sharing power is equal to dividing power, it weakening the country. A similar thing was believed in the past. It was assumed that all the power of a government must reside in one person and one group of persons located at one place. Otherwise, it would be very difficult to make quick decisions and to enforce them. But these nations have changed with the emergence of democracy. In democracy, people rule themselves through institutions of self government, and everyone has a voice in the shaping of public policies. And therefore, in a democratic country, political power should be distributed among citizens. Let us discuss about what are the important things in power sharing in different levels. Power can be shared among government and different levels. Power may also be shared among different social groups. Power sharing arrangements can also be seen in the way political parties, pressure groups, and movements. Dear children, power is shared among different organs of government such as the legislature, executive, and judiciary. This is called horizontal distribution of power because it allows different organs of government placed of the same level of exercise different powers. Such separation ensure that none of the organs can exercise ultimate power. Each organ checks the others, and this arrangement is called a system of checks and balances. Not only this, power can be shared among governments at different levels. A general government for the entire country and government at the provincial or regional level, which is called federal government. And power may also be shared among different social groups such as the religious and linguistic groups. Not only this, community government in Belgium is a good example of this arrangement. This method is used to give minority communities a fair share in power. Not only this, power sharing arrangements can also be seen in the way political parties, pressure groups, and movements control or influence those in power. When two or more parties form an alliance to contest elections, and if they get elected, they form a coalition government and they share the power. Dear children, last but not least, determination plays a huge role in our life. Always be determined on what you want and work thoroughly to reach your goal. And the children, don't waste your precious early morning time and arrange all necessary items like books, water, etc. And before settling for studies, better keep everything ready in the night itself. Not only this, before starting, close your eyes 30 seconds, take deep breath and calm down can be pleasant. Dear children, your day starts as you wish it to be. You can control your mood for the entire day by thinking positively on your waking up. As you clean your teeth and body, spend 5 minutes for cleaning your mind every day. Learning will continue. Stay tuned for more video lectures on social science. Have a nice day. Thank you.